Hi,
Hello.
welcome back to the podcast. Not you, you're always here, but for people listening, welcome back.
Thanks.
So this episode is going to be slightly different because we don't have like a topic.
Oh, okay.
I just thought we haven't had a chance to like chat. We meant to organise it well enough to be the start of May, but we forgot that one of the days was like the 1st of May. So this is kind of like our what happened in April, weddings wise, what we've got planned for May, a little bit of a catch up, you know,
Let's go.
a chat. Roll the intro.
Ladies and gentlemen, please be upstanding and welcome
The Unfiltered Bride Podcast, tips from the top table and beyond.
so you know it's going to be juicy.
This podcast has been sponsored by the wonderful Crafty Lab. Unless you've been living under a rock, you'll know that I got married last year, and these guys created one of my favourite elements of the wedding.
Oh, I love them. These were your newspapers, weren't they?
Yes, so we used them as a little guide to the day for guests. So we included order of the day, crossword, bridal party names, our love story, QR codes for image sharing, Spotify playlist link, and believe it or not, more things. It was so personal, and you know that I love a bit of personality in a wedding.
They're professionally designed for each couple, so it's not just a template that someone else will have. Each couple gets a truly unique newspaper. They don't print until you're 100% happy to, so even for you type A brides, you'll love them.
They have amazing customer service. They really cared and went above and beyond to make sure that we were happy, which we were. A small business with a big heart.
You can have them anywhere and everywhere, and you even had them in the taxis on the way to the ceremony and dotted around the venue. But I've also seen them on ceremony chairs, wedding breakfast tables, and in accommodation. And at 89p a copy, why wouldn't you?
So head to thecraftylab.co.uk to secure your spot in their order book. But be quick, there are limited slots for each month, and once they're gone, they're gone.
So get them booked. You definitely don't want to miss out. If you're wanting to find out more, we've popped their details in the description below.
So, how was your April? Fill us in like business-wise, fill us in personal. Any wins, any fails?
Okay, so April. Drip, drip, drop, little April showers. Do you think I can go podcast without singing?
No.
No. Okay.
We've had no complaints about it.
I was listening to Biggie Smalls earlier, actually, and it's like, I need you to dance, I need you to strip, I need you to shake your little ass and tips. And I was like, I should have done that in the Magic Mike one. Anyway.
I don't know what song you're singing.
Biggie Smalls?
What song is that, though? What's the chorus? Is that the chorus?
Yeah.
Oh.
Anyway, so April. Personal life.
Go on.
Moving house.
Do you know what that might mean? Oh my God, imagine if he does the proposal
I
like
want
when
it-
you walk into the house.
I really, really want it. Like the first night, like
Oh my God, candles set up because
Like,
the electric's not working yet. This is like not going to happen.
not
but
moving.
No, I know, but do you like when you see like old fashioned ones where they have to sit and have pizza on the floor?
I would literally love, like everyone said, like, would you want a really big proposal and things like that? I would just said I want to be abroad on holiday, really intimate, really small, nothing kind of crazy. Or like I love meaningful stuff. I know you don't think I do, but I do love meaningful stuff in my personal life.
Yeah.
So like with my friends, my family.
But what would be the dream proposal
I'd
then?
love just like a letter, like photos of us, our journey, like literally at home, first night we move in. I'd love it. But we got 2 weeks, guys.
Why are you wearing white today, hun?
I'm gonna be a bride. No, I asked him the other day. I was like,
When do you move? 2 weeks.
yeah, I said to him, do you know my ring size? He said no. I was like, well,
What ring
nothing.
size are you for the
I
record?
don't know myself.
Pass me your ring.
I can't get it off, mate.
Oh, so it's one size bigger than that.
My mum knows. My mum will know. But yeah, I don't think it's gonna happen. So anyway,
would he tell anyone? Would he ask your mum?
he would probably tell my mum because he wants my mum to get the ring because she used to work in jewelry, so she knows
What to do?
people who have got diamonds a lot cheaper.
Savvy.
Savvy. So yeah, moving house, personal life,
Mm-hmm.
work life. We have finalised our scented candle range,
Nice.
which is really, really nice. So all our candles now can be scented
Nice.
with 3 different scents.
Love it.
Which is just trying to like level up your wedding, which people aren't doing, and try and explore different options there.
Mm.
We introduced our chair range, so we've got the Louis
Yes.
wood wash, the black bentwood, and the ghost chairs.
Yes.
So goodbye chair
Yeah.
drapes.
I feel like chairs are a new.
Hello, new
thing.
chair. It levels up. Like literally, I can't explain. It's just because people don't usually upgrade their chairs, so it's
I
either
really wanted your
Chiavari-
black ones.
Yeah,
but they
I
weren't in
know.
stock
Sorry,
yet.
hun.
I know.
We've released some new white and gold cutlery and
Ooh.
some pearl charger plates, pearl white ones. So
Ooh.
that's all good. So yeah, all fun.
Lots of weddings in
Lots
April.
of weddings.
Lots of weddings coming in May.
Not so much, actually. We've actually got a quiet 2 weeks coming up.
Are you busier in April than you are May?
Yeah.
Oh, mine's the total opposite.
But end of May, make crazy, some big ones. We've got some really, really good weddings coming up in May. I'm really excited about it.
I think people didn't realise about how many bank holidays there were in
Oh
May.
my God, I know. We've all got bank holiday month. We all had this bank holiday off,
Yeah.
and we've all got next bank holiday off. This,
Coronation.
yeah.
Wait, when's this being? This will come out after the coronation now, though.
But
Happy Coronation King.
Woo!
I saw a TikTok
God
that was
save our king.
you know when you have to shorten things because we're British, and it was the Corrie Bobs.
Corrie Bobs. Love that.
You watching the Corrie Bobs?
I thought you'd be like, yeah, Coronation Street. Yeah, I'll be there. But yeah, I think that's it really. Kind of, that's life, mate. That's
Okay.
life. What's going on with you? You launched your
What I don't launch.
new e-documents.
Oh my God, my digital downloads.
Mm.
They've changed my life a little bit.
How are they going?
Really good.
Are you rich?
I wouldn't say rich yet. They're finally paying for.
Are we going on a yacht
We're
yet?
not going on a yacht. I feel like because I feel bad. I don't really want people to pay for anything ever, but by selling things like the digital downloads, it means I can make more free content.
Yeah.
So I feel like it's a
Win-win for
split.
everybody.
Yeah. So I've got the big fat checklist, which is like a on the day wedding checklist. You know when you're packing, you don't know, but when you
Big
pack-
fat. Yeah, I pack wedding kit
No, yeah,
daily,
true.
mate.
No, but in the run up to your wedding, you're like, I've got a million boxes. I don't know what the hell I'm
It's
doing.
like a holiday checklist, but for a wedding.
Holiday checklist for a
Hol-
wedding.
what?
Holiday. I don't know.
I love a holiday checklist. So you like sunscreen,
Tick.
adapters,
Yes.
headphones. Dear.
So this one is like that, but broken down into wedding breakfast, morning of, clothes, blah blah blah.
So what would you say out of that big fat
butty boy checklist.
fat PHAT fat checklist are 5 essentials that you need to make sure you have on your wedding morning?
Wedding morning.
Yep.
Okay. A speaker.
Yes, bring the tunes.
Because flat morning is flat. Boob tape or nipple covers.
Mm-hmm.
That comes up a lot.
You were in the Daily Mail, weren't you?
I
Well,
was
again for your
my nipple
your belly button tip.
belly button tip. Girls, for anyone that didn't hear it, I didn't want my belly button to be too seen, so you have to put cotton wool in it and then put a nipple pad over it. And then
I'm going to start an Instagram page, Georgie's belly button.
I had to try and get it off quick before Brian saw me when I took my dress off.
I think Brian was passed out
Brian
when I
was
saw
passed
him.
out. What else is essential in the morning?
Or just, sorry, from that checklist. What would
from
you
the
say
checklist.
5 key points are, just to give people a little bit of a taste.
A little bit of a certain. Scissors.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of the things that I actually use daily.
Mm-hmm.
Every wedding I go to, I use my scissors. Sewing kit happens a lot as well. Even if it's just something little.
I saw a TikTok this week, and he was like, she was like, when you rip your dress before the wedding breakfast, but you married a surgeon.
Nice.
And he was sewing her up.
I like that. I like that a lot. And what would my final one be? Oh, I'll tell you what else gets forgotten a lot is ring box.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's one of those, you get to the day and you're like, oh shit,
Yeah.
what are we putting that in? And you don't want him to, the best man to bring it out of his like jank pocket with a bit of lint. Lint? That's the thing, isn't it? Lint. Yeah, lint roller. Yeah, lint. 2 rings and a bit of lint.
Funny you say that. We've all got new, like, they're not bum bags. They are like
I saw.
pouches.
Yeah.
Like waistbands that have got pouches in. So every single team member has like a lint roller.
Yeah.
Our gaslighters that are like the best gaslighters in the world.
I'm
I feel like
steal one.
I feel like I need to do like an Amazon shop thing where it's like my essentials.
Yes.
Scissors, microfiber cloth,
Yeah.
white gloves for laying cutlery and polishing glassware.
Yeah. You're scaring people though. If you book a stylist, that's what they will do that.
We bring all
You
of this.
do not bring. Actually, I had a bride once that had white gloves because she didn't want anyone to touch her dress before it, and I was like, fair,
Love that.
fair.
So yeah, we had our pouches. What's new
nice.
with you? What else is new with you?
Nothing at home. Like married life is a bit boring.
How's your morning life?
Oh my god, my
routine going?
mornings have changed my life.
I feel like you didn't get up early a day pretty recently.
No, I did
Because you recycled a TikTok.
That's because no. Do you know what? Why didn't
and
I
I
do
was
that
like,
day?
she definitely didn't wake up at 6
No, no,
a.m.
no.
that day.
On weekdays I wake up at 6, and on weekends I wake up at 7, which is still like 2
Ooh,
hours earlier.
You lazy gal.
I know. No, I've decided to start recycling some of the TikToks because I didn't have as many followers back then.
I agree.
And people don't know. So when I told somebody about something the other day, they was like,
I don't
what are you
know,
talking about? And
yeah.
I'm like, you joking? I did a really good TikTok. on
We
that.
get a lot of messages about like our earlier podcast episodes as well, and I'm like, oh,
people listen.
people just got engaged. People get engaged every single day, so
Yes.
everything we talk about is relevant for
Yeah.
quite a long time.
Very true. So yeah, I will be recycling some more of my TikToks
Mhm.
because it saves me a job in the morning as well. And then I have to record one every single morning.
Do you feel like you have to put your makeup on every single day for a TikTok?
No, because I'm quite happy to not put makeup on for a TikTok. But at the moment,
but you do something. You can't just sit there and talk. That's
no,
not your
so
vibe.
I put my skincare on.
Oh, right.
Because I'm
Okay.
skincare, look after my skin, hun. And I've got
Getting
so
old,
many
hun.
Zoom calls, and I can't do a Zoom call without
Mhm.
makeup on because I do just look tired.
Yeah, for sure.
So
You got an office, didn't you? Was that month?
Oh yeah. I
Pretty
don't know. When
recently.
did we get the office? We've got an office. We've got a new employee for not Georgina Rose Events, but our social media business. So she's doing that.
How's she getting on?
Very good. She's very good. We like her a lot. Sophie did her first wedding solo for me this week.
So who's Sophie? If people don't
Sophie
know,
is my in-house coordinator. So
she's
if I'm not
Georgina Rose
available-
Events times 2.
She's a little mini Georgina Rose Events.
She's great as well.
So she smashed that one, and that was like a really lots of stuff going on for that wedding.
How did you feel about that? Were you like pranging? Were you stressed? Were you like, how are you getting on? How are you getting on? I remember the first time I let someone else do a wedding for me, like with the team,
Yeah.
solo, and I was like, oh.
Do you know what? It feels very good trusting somebody. Like the reason when I put the job advert out, I wanted somebody. I was picturing somebody that I was going to take from a different company to come straight to me.
Mhm.
And actually, when I met Sophie, she'd been off for a little bit looking after her kids, but it was her personality. Like she's the type of person that you could put into an emergency and she'd deal with it.
Yeah.
And that's the thing you can't teach a coordinator. They just have to know that.
I was listening to a podcast 2 days ago, I think it was, and it was Courtney Black was on there, and she was saying, she was like, I'm a warrior, not a worrier. And like that
Nice.
is such a key
Yeah.
piece of information of a personality.
Yeah.
Like you either worry or you're a warrior.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
there's
Fight
a
or flight.
problem. Are you gonna worry about it, or
Yeah,
you're gonna fight it?
I'm really good in the moment and then I freak out later. Whereas Brian's the opposite. Brian's not very good in the moment, but then later is like, doesn't matter, blah, blah, blah. And then I'll cry about it later. So, anyway, what else has happened? That's it really. Not that many weddings in April, but now May is madness.
How many you got?
I can't remember. 12? Love it though. You know when you don't have weddings for a bit and then they start again and you go to one, you're like, I fucking love weddings.
Yeah, 'cause I don't go to every wedding.
Yes.
And people are like, well, you don't go to. I wouldn't have a personal life. I wouldn't have a life. I wouldn't have
Yeah.
a business. So I can't go to every single wedding.
Mm,
But I went to my first one, maybe my second one of the year last week, and I was like,
It's just fun.
feels so good.
It's fun. And I had the one I did on last week, suppliers were good, couple were good, sunny day, like nothing beats.
Nothing
that.
beats sun, good
Yeah,
vibes, good
loving
supply.
it.
Like literally, when I saw her, she like hugged me, and then
Mhm.
she did a first look and hugged me, and I was like, "You are a diamond."
Adorable.
And yeah, I had a good catch up with some photographers that I hadn't seen in a while, and yeah, it was really nice. It's nice to be back.
Good. I want to spice up the podcast with a little DM. I was talking to somebody on the DMs about his best man.
Yep.
Like we were just chatting. And she said the best man of her wedding bought them a bottle of champagne as a wedding gift.
Mm-hmm.
Later in the day, he pulled one of the bridesmaids, and needless to say, he used their gifted champagne to pour over her tits.
Nice one, mate. I mean, to be fair, I wouldn't be annoyed as a bride. I'd be like, "Go on, son.
get me another bottle.
You owe me, but I'm glad you got your leg over."
How do we feel about best men pulling bridesmaids?
Oh, I don't mind.
Is it still a thing?
Oh yeah, defo.
Do you think?
Yeah.
No, because I don't think anyone's.
Yeah.
Would anybody at your wedding be single? Because we're all at that age.
Probably, yeah. We would have some single people.
No, you wouldn't.
Yeah.
We didn't have.
Yeah,
Did
but
we?
sometimes it's not intentional. Like they might be with someone now and then single.
But typically, the
way.
age that people get married, there's not many single people
No,
anymore.
but it happened at Jack's brother's wedding that we went to.
Really?
Yeah. One of the he was like a groomsman, and
And a
she
bridesmaid?
wasn't a bridesmaid, but she was
Oh.
a wedding guest. But we were like, go on.
I just didn't have anybody.
Her name was
Single.
Nolene because they're Irish.
Nolene.
And
Nolene.
the whole we had like a dinner after, like the
Yeah,
day
yeah.
after, and like all the boys would like lean on a chair and be like, Nolene. And it literally was so funny. I hope they didn't mind me saying that.
It was too late. Said. What do you think the main role of a best man is? Is it to be the fun one?
I think the best man is one, don't like, I think it's a little bit serious, but it's also like good vibes, good energy. You don't want someone too pompous and
stealing the thunder,
upright, and please be upstanding, blah 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 blah. You want them to be a little bit cheeky, have a few dad jokes, like bring the energy, round people up, but make sure he doesn't get too drunk beforehand or the night before. Like they gotta be like,
there's a few rules,
not the class clown, but like the cheeky one that was smart at school, you know, like
it's very specific.
That's what I'd say.
The best man at the wedding I did last week was, his speech was perfect. He had perfect. Okay. He had good intro.
Wait there. So what is the perfect recipe for a best man speech?
So I think you start the speech with little introduction, not the classic, hello, my name's David and I'm friends with the groom. Not cool. No, you don't need to do that anymore. No. We all know who you are. And if we don't, we'll catch up. They then have to absolutely rinse the groom. So it has to be like things they were good at, things they were bad at. Maybe, how do we feel about talking about girls?
No.
Do you think? Oh, I don't mind it.
Fuck
as long
off.
as it's not like, remember when you were so in love with that girl and she left you?
Oh yeah, we went to Napa and you shagged 3 girls in one night.
No, I mean like...
No, thank you.
No,
I don't want it. I would be like,
naughty.
Can I get divorced?
I also really like when the speeches go a bit wrong. The groom on Saturday, he said, the day's been really lovely. He was talking to his wife and he said, the day's been really lovely so far. Like, I can't wait until tonight. He meant like the dancing, but everybody then assumed that it was the banging. So he was like, just can't wait for tonight when we can like really go at it. And I was like, oh, bless you. So best man has done a little introduction, rinse the groom. That is the number one rule of a best man speech.
I don't like the classic best man jokes.
Oh, what? That's why they're there.
Because I think they've been done and predictable.
Nah,
like
depends what they are.
Predictable.
Give me your best man joke.
No, but they're not like best man jokes, but I feel like they've just got to be funny. Like you're telling a story and then it's like, bam, drop a like, for example, I helped Jack write his best man speech. And it was like, I think I've said this in another episode where he was like, on the night we met this girl, we met this beautiful, skinny, brunette girl, blah, blah, blah. And I said to my brother, I knew one day she was going to have our surname. And look at her now, like, and everyone thought it was like Jack fancied her.
Yeah,
and
you didn't explain that very well, that they're brothers.
Oh, they're brothers. But it was like little things like that, and then something happened on the stag do where Jack's brother went home on a different flight because he's from Ireland and everyone else from the UK, and they were like, little do we know, he was like tucked up in bed with the love of his life, Barney, their dog. Like he's obsessed with his dog, like little things like that, and it was just like quite funny, like, and it just like, it didn't feel like every story had, what was the point? It was like I was telling him
PPE,
write an essay, like what's your point, what's the joke, like every single thing had, like, I hate it when they talk about something and you're like, all right, cool, thanks for letting me know.
But then also I don't like it when it's like joke like,
that's why I feel like there's got to be little ones and then some really good ones. And
go on,
I love a prop.
See, I'm not a prop.
I love a prop. So I made Jack do, I was like, he was telling a story and it was...
You've just given away the fact that you wrote the speech. Jack just read your speech.
No, he put like the story, like what he wanted to talk about together, and I was like, right, how can I make this work for you? And another point was like, I love a prop, and this is like, Jack wanted to tell this story and I was like, yeah, but what's the point? Like, it's like a little bit funny, but it was like, I was like, like what's the point?
What story?
So it was the stag had to do a shoey from a random person in wherever they went. I can't even remember where they went on.
What? Do a shot from a shoe?
A pint from some randomer's shoe. And apparently it was just like proper disgusting shoe. So he was telling the story and was just like, he was such a good sport, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, yeah, but what are we trying to gain from this?
Yeah.
So I made him get a prop. So I made, in the speech, he was like, and lo and behold, I've actually got that same shoe from, I can't remember whether they went Prague or something, I don't know, somewhere like that. To do, and like he made him do a shoey during the speech.
Okay, that one's a little bit funny.
So he like stitched up the groom a little bit, and like the photo that the photographer got was actually really funny because he was like there doing a shoey.
Yeah, I don't.
But groom has got to be a good sport.
Yeah, because there's nothing worse than them being
no,
like,
I'm not doing it. No, I'm not doing it.
I think, see, I'm the logistics gal, and I'm like, because you know when they're like, oh, I want to give a shot to everyone in my stag do, and I'm like, yeah, but no, I've got to pour and hand out 14 shots whilst everyone stands there watching you come up and grab it.
I think that's just I don't like that because I feel
I don't like that.
No, because I feel like you're like fucking sat there, like your
Yeah, no,
whole
that's what I
wedding
mean.
party is sat there. Great, you had a stag do, have a shot later at the bar. Like it's kind of like not degrading, but it's like, well, what's the point of me being here? Like
Yes.
I'm listening to a speech, I'm involved in the speech, and now
Yeah.
you're
not
involved.
I also, little side tip, I don't think you should give out gifts during speeches. I think it gets, unless there's like 2.
Thanks for being a great
Thanks.
mum.
And then does the mum walk over, or do you walk to the mum? And there's like a lot of, so I say to people, do it in the morning, get it done.
Yes, 100% agree. And there's nothing more fucking awkward than when someone's expecting a gift and you can see them like, oh, are they talking about me? Yeah. Are they talking about pick me? And it's not them.
No.
Like, it's cringe.
I don't mind thank yous in speeches, but
100%.
either say, like, if you're going to give out stuff, do all the speeches and then go and give them gifts.
I agree.
It's just, it stops the vibe when people start coming over to the shop table, or you start having to walk over and everyone is doing the whole, oh,
I'm bored, I'm hungry.
Yeah.
Anyway, are we doing a speech episode?
Yeah, we do need to do a speech episode, don't we?
I thought we were catch-upping.
This is meant to be
catch-upping.
We'll write a speech episode on the list. We went off. Oh, so best man. Sorry. So we've done intro. We've done about the groom. We've rinsed the groom. We've possibly used a prop.
Thank you.
No, best man doesn't need to do any thank yous. I don't think he does. I think people have groom has thanked people, and typically father has thanked people as well.
Yep.
Best man then needs to remember that he needs to end nicely. Mm-hmm. Typically, he's the last speech, and it needs something a little bit sentimental. The amount of best men I've seen that cry is unbelievable.
Oh, I love it.
I love it because they realise that they're in that moment of like actually being able to tell their mate that they really like them. Yeah. And I also think it's really nice if the best man can talk about the bride. Like, you should know the bride well enough to say, the typical one is, I've never seen him happier. Like, that's the nice one. But like, for example, the best man last week, he said, it absolutely got me. He was like, I look at my parents that are still together. They've been together for 50 years. I look at the groom's parents and they've still been together for 35 years. And I look at you two as a couple, and I know that you'll exceed all of those because you're both so. And I was like, stop crying. No one else is crying.
Why did the best man say that about me and Brian at our wedding?
I'm sure our best man ended on something nice. He was good at speeches. It would have been a nice ending, but that is probably the most crucial part of it. Ahead of being hilarious and things like that, is ending on that like, oh, nice.
So quick recap. What are the top 5 tips for a best man speech?
Strong introduction. How you know the groom and make it funny. Like, rinse him a little bit. Talk about the bride. Please don't forget about the bride. No thank yous. And end sentimental. Proper end with love. There's nothing funny about you rinsing them the entire time and forgetting to end on a high. It is still their wedding day, and typically you're the last speech. And make a toast. End on love and make a toast.
Nice. I've got a topic I want to talk about. So I had a DM the other day, and she was saying that her sister is now getting married the same year as her, and it feels a bit like bride wars. And she's like, why can't you just get married the year after? Like, it's my year, it's my wedding. And I was like, I don't think I really agree with you kind of saying you can't get married in the same year as me. How do you feel? Because she's like, every time someone talks about my wedding, they then talk about her wedding.
What's I need some time frames though. Like, when did the first sister get engaged?
So what happened is they had to postpone their wedding to that year, and then the sister then was like, well, I'm going to get married in 2 years' time.
But the problem, that in that case, I would say that you can't. You just have to have different weddings. But I would still be annoyed. But then I had friends that got married in the same year.
Why are you annoyed?
You can't help it. It's not right. I'm not saying it's right, but you can't help being annoyed when other people are getting married and you're like, I just want to talk about mine.
Brian said earlier, he was like, when women become brides, they just turn crazy.
They do. And I am somebody that understands the wedding industry. I get weddings. And I still went fucking crazy. It just makes you, because there is so much pressure and there's so much judgment and it's just a lot.
When you say you went crazy, what do you mean? How did you go cray?
Like, you can't really make informed decisions. It's not like if I said to you right now, do you like that napkin? You'd go, yeah, I like that napkin. It's like, what napkin do you want for the biggest day of your life? And then you're like, fuck, is it the right colour of green? I don't understand. But also, people are just bellends. People are bellends. That's the only way I can explain it, is normally when somebody says, how comes you're eating so late?
How come
you're eating so late? And normally it doesn't really matter.
Because I want to.
Wedding day, I'm like, you fucking joking?
Okay, so if you were getting married again,
yeah,
what would you do differently?
Oh.
Or what would you change in the run up to it?
I wouldn't tell anybody anything.
Nothing.
Nope. Literally wouldn't. This is where, and most of the DMs that we have is all because of this one reason, is that you've told somebody something and then they're like, oh, I don't want to do that. I don't want to sit there.
She can't tell me what to do.
You can't don't tell anybody anything. Here's the time. Here's the venue. That's all you need to know.
Okay, another question. What do you feel caused the most stir when, like, what got people's backs up that they started being bellends about your wedding?
No, our complaints they weren't complaints. We overall had a pretty good bunch, to be fair. And I think people were scared to say anything to me anyway, because they knew they'd be on the podcast. But it's more they don't understand the timeline of a wedding. The worst thing for us, and I wouldn't have changed the date, but it's because of the date. It was Christmas. There was a million things going on, as well as our wedding. So people were already trying to sort themselves out, and we're trying to sort out Christmas and plan a wedding. So it was all of the stuff sort of questions were coming after Christmas, and I'm like, are you joking? It's literally like a week till our wedding. I can't be bothered to work out.
Yeah, for sure.
And people dropping out. We didn't have many dropouts, but every wedding we do, somebody drops out. And you're like, what are you doing? What are you doing?
Yeah, on Saturday, we had a full table and 4.
Why?
So she couldn't actually even use our table plan that we made for her. No. They had to make a new one because it was that bad.
Why? Why dropouts?
They didn't say too much, but I said, do you want to put the table plan out and just tell the people that have moved their movie? He was like, no, it'd be more bad
Awkward.
memories for her. I was like, do you want to keep it? He's like, no, I don't want to see that table plan ever again.
Oh my God. See, it's always drama.
Drams.
I just can't believe. What?
Oh my God, guess what happened on that wedding as well?
What?
They didn't know how to tie their bloody bow ties.
Oh, honey, sweetie, no.
Literally. And I was so lucky we had Aaron with us. So Aaron is one of our event execs. Amazing. Yeah. He used to work at Ralph Lauren on the visuals team.
Nice.
So he knows how to do a bow tie.
Nice.
But they were running around this venue. They're like, nobody can do it. And then he was the last person they asked. And they're like,
did they not YouTube it?
They just couldn't do it.
Yeah.
Because they wanted to be cool in the evening and
have
we
it literally had that conversation because it looks cool undone.
I would just have the 2. Have
my
one
brother
pre-made
had 2.
and then one undone. But Jesus, I was there like, I hope he knows how to do this because he then texts the bloody bride, the groom.
Oh,
we're in trouble.
Right.
We're in trouble.
I'm stopping the podcast. On the day of a wedding, whether you are a supplier, a guest, or the partner, don't tell the bride anything. Mm-hmm. Nothing at all. Nothing. Unless the text is, good morning, my love. Have a wonderful wedding day. Blow me. Don't say anything else. She doesn't need to know. She doesn't care. Tell me, tell styling, tell everybody else. It should never go to the bride. That's golden rule. That's actually the only thing you need to know on a wedding day.
So I was like, text her now and tell her it's bloody fixed.
Yeah, what a moron.
He was lovely though. I do really like him.
I know, but come on, bro. Come on. You know that really.
So if you're having bow ties,
Jesus,
just get the ones pre-made, and if you want a cool one later, buy the 2. Save the ag.
Oh wow.
Yeah, we had them all lining up.
Bless.
Aaron loved it though. Because
I
saved the day. I was like, I better get a good Google review for that one.
Yeah, just for Aaron. Let's try and find one more DM. Okay, this is one for you. Hi there. Really love the podcast. Thanks. I'm really struggling to pick my wedding theme and colours. I'm trying to use one colour, one neutral, one metallic, just like Beth explained on the podcast before. I really like pink and rose gold, but can't seem to visualise what colours to do my stationery and what colours to put my bridesmaids in, etc. Any advice is so appreciated. Help us out. Because I hear this as well, and I try and give your advice of
pick a colour, pick a neutral, pick a metallic.
But how do you pick a colour for the biggest day of your life?
Well, pick a colour that you like. So she obviously likes pink and rose gold.
Yeah.
And putting pink in a wedding is a risk. gay.
Put in pink in a wedding.
Yeah, because you don't want it to be like Barbie,
Oh.
like a doll's house. So when choosing pink, it's really, really important to use different shades of pink. So it creates like a depth and an overall kind of, you just want like a sea of pink in your wedding breakfast room. You don't want to,
So more pink is better than a little bit of pink.
let me finish. Like you don't want pink tablecloths. You don't
Aw.
want pink this. You don't want, you can if you want to
Okay.
do pink tablecloths and XYZ.
Yeah.
But when doing pink, we did a really nice wedding on Saturday actually, where she had pink stationery, like a really
Yeah.
pastel pink stationery, pink candles,
Yeah.
pink florals,
Yeah.
but like muted pinks, pale pinks, some like whites in there, some beiges in there. So that was like a kind of neutral palette.
Mm.
Your white tablecloths also your neutral,
Yeah.
and then the charger plates would have been rose gold, for example.
Right.
So that's how you do it. So you still pick a color, you're picking a neutral and you're picking a metallic, pink, white, rose gold.
There you go.
What's your texture? Then you
Oh,
do that
texture. You forgot about texture.
chiffon, cheesecloth, all of
Yeah.
that's fun stuff. But when I say putting color in a wedding, people like to do paint by numbers.
Yeah.
This is my example. Oh, I'm having pink, so I need pink napkins. I need pink,
Runners, pink.
pink
cloth,
table.
yeah.
Like literally, it looks too
You either go,
set.
and if you're going to do lots of colour, you better have the budget to do everything in colour.
Yeah, so what I say is just do different shades of colours so it doesn't feel so static.
So matchy.
Too
like
matchy
pajamas.
matchy. Yeah, you want it kind of like different shades of pink. Do like a pastel pink, and if you want to do a bright pink, great. But use like a neutral to kind of
Mm.
blend it out, or have the 3 shades. So it's always good to have a transition colour in between. So if you went like a really pale pink and then a really bright pink,
Need
have
a middle pink.
middle pink to just transition it through so it doesn't feel blocky.
Nice, thanks, Beth. Whilst we're,
I'm good, aren't I?
God, you're good. You should have a styling company.
You're meant to say that I'm good.
You're so good.
Thank you.
So, whilst we're kind of on that, what about people?
Can I just add to that?
Obviously, you're gonna.
I hate it when people theme their weddings.
Whoa! Because I ask all of my
no,
couples.
it's not a theme.
No. But I need to know. Okay,
it's not a
vibe.
kid's party.
I'm not asking for Paw Patrol.
What are you, a child?
No, but I'm
remember that other episode? You're like, what are you, a child? Do you want a token to get a drink? Yeah, sweetheart.
No, but I like to know the theme, even if you make up a theme, like Sophia Richie's was like old money. Like that's not really a theme, but it's a theme.
That's the vibe.
Yes, okay, but
What's
theme and
your-
vibe are the same
What's
word.
your style? What's the vibe? A theme just reminds me of Spider-Man, Peppa Pig.
You haven't even got kids.
But do you know what I mean? When I theme it, it feels like really theatrical and
Yeah, I like theme vibe is my.
what's your
my
style? What's your vibe? What's
thing.
your colour scheme? Scheme, not theme.
See, I like theme because I'm going for a feeling. You're going for a physical.
Unless
look.
you're going for like a Gatsby wedding,
No,
that's
because,
more of a
like,
theme because it's like props and things like
Mm.
that. But this isn't a theme. What theme would you say this is?
Neutral garden.
That's the style. It's not a theme.
It's the same word.
Google what does theme mean.
Okay,
I will never ask you what your theme is.
I do.
Sucker.
No, theme vibe is the same word to me.
No, because vibe, I say, what's the vibe of the wedding? And then it's like dinner party, fun. Like that's the vibe of the wedding. Like what do you want the energy to feel like? Like vibe is feeling, style is like looks.
So what's theme?
Styles is aesthetics.
Yeah. No, I know the
Vibe.
difference between style and vibe, but theme.
There is no theme unless you're theming your wedding. Like, are you having a Disney theme? Then you theme it, you know?
No, I mean I'm agreeing with you. I don't think a theme is necessary for a wedding.
Thank you.
But theme and vibe to me.
What's your theme of your party? I'm going to have a LOL dolls party.
It's not LOL dolls. They're called LOL dolls.
No.
Come on, hun.
Scooby-Doo party. You
That's
know?
Anyway, I was going to ask you a
What
question.
does it... What
No,
did
it
Google-
actually came up with subject. So what's the subject of the wedding?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Not fucking troll doll.
Troll doll. My question was, for people that don't have a big enough budget to have a stylist,
Mm-hmm.
what is the non-negotiable on the table that will add the most
Oomph.
Mm.
So you can go 2 ways. Let your flowers do the talking.
Yeah.
And if you've got a banging centerpiece, different florals, different varieties of florals, different heights, asymmetric colours, tones, textures, those florals will be like,
Okay.
Banging.
What if you don't have a big budget overall though? Because I feel like flower, but if you don't have a very big budget, you've not spent loads on flowers.
Bring the colour in tactical ways. In your stationery, you're going to have stationery, bring colour in, bring texture in, bring like textured paper, bring ribbons into your stationery.
Yeah.
Coloured napkins.
I do like
textured napkin. Even if it's a white napkin and it's textured, hits differently. It's the key to styling is the little details. Bring all the little details together and you'll get a big overall impact. So coloured candle, like if you like, we're talking about colours, right? So if you want to bring colour in, bring it in a strategic way.
And coloured candles can be so cheap.
Yes,
they really can.
But please make sure they're dripless. And
Literally.
Here's my tip for you. You ready for it? It's a big one. I'm holding my fingers.
Let me sit. Why are you holding your fingers?
Like pointing.
Oh.
If you are having tapered candles and your venue has aircon, you need to make sure your tapered candles are covered. Otherwise, they will drip everywhere, all over guests, all over the tablecloths. And
what do
you
you
will
mean
get
covered? What do you mean covered?
like a glass encasing in it for a tapered candle. Otherwise, you will get one hefty bill at the end of the wedding.
So not just a candle. What
So tea lights are fine.
No, what's the candle holder?
Pillar vase, pillar floating.
No. Like a candle holder.
A tapered candlestick holder.
Candlestick.
No,
So that won't catch a drip.
If you've got dripless candles in a tapered candlestick holder, that's not a problem. If you turn the aircon on, we're going wax heaven.
Oh, that'd look pretty though.
No. You lose half the burn time instantly.
Yeah.
And they drip everywhere. It just looks messy. By the time you walk into your perfect wedding breakfast, it's not perfect.
Oh.
It's just, if you've got sharing boards, there's wax on the food.
You're scaring everybody.
Wow, make sure your candles are covered.
There you go.
I'll do a TikTok.
Okay. Can you ask me a tip jar?
Yeah. I've actually now scrunched it up. Thank you gifts for parents. What do you get them? Should you get them something? Help.
Okay, I got tips for this. So
I got tips.
I got tips for days. Yes, get them gifts if they have helped, whether that's financially, whether that's emotionally, whether that's just being a good parent during that time. Operationally, like in any way that they've genuinely helped you. I think that is a really nice time to get them a present. And my number one tip is the only thing that parents care about on that day is something sentimental.
Yeah.
They just want something to keep that says, look, my son or daughter got married and this is what they got me. So
how do you feel about thank you flowers, bouquets?
I'm okay with it. But bouquets are quite expensive.
Yeah,
so
they are.
To me, I would probably rather get a gift.
Tip on that, ask your florist to do them.
Yeah.
The amount of weddings we've gone to recently, they've just gone to Tesco and got some bouquets.
Yeah.
We're gonna have, like, we're ordering in wholesale.
Yeah. You just get a bouquet made.
Yeah.
I agree. I don't not like bouquets, but you
Doesn't
could do
last.
other things. So for my mum, I got her a little four-way locket. So I had a picture of her husband, her mum and dad, me and Isla, and my brother.
Where's Brian?
Nobody cares about Brian.
It's your wedding.
No, but it's not. It's her family. That was her family tree
fair.
in a locket. So that was a really nice present. And I,
You and Isla.
me and Isla. No,
Sorry, Brian.
but that's her grandchild. So I got grandchild.
Yeah, but without Brian, she wouldn't have a grandchild.
No, hold on. We don't know.
Hold on.
We don't know it's Brian's. We're still waiting. So she had her mum, dad, husband, son, daughter, granddaughter.
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise, if I did Brian, I'd have to do my brother's wife.
Yeah. Okay.
So it all then turns into a thing. So that was what was in it.
Fair.
I also did her a little embroidered handkerchief that said "Mother of the Bride."
Cool.
And then wrote her a letter.
Love a letter.
The letter is probably the number one thing. For my dad, what did I get my dad? I did my dad a handkerchief with Father of the Bride, obviously. And then I got him a pocket watch.
Nice.
And it's cute actually. And on the front it had the Davis family crest, which was my surname. And then on the back it said, "I'll always be a Davis at heart."
I love that. What?
I
How
actually
do you
might cry. I don't know why that's making me sad.
Oh. You're sad that you're not one anymore. You're a Mitchell, mate.
It's quite a
You're
big thing.
Phil Mitchell's family now from EastEnders.
Why did that get me? It didn't even get me on the day.
Oh, you're sad about leaving.
No,
the
I'm really close to my dad, and
your dad's a legend.
He would have been
Touched.
like sad, and would have been sad that I'm not a Davis anymore.
Can I ask you a question? Like, how do you have like a family crest
I just googled the Davis family crest.
Oh, I was like,
There'll be one for every
I
family.
was like, do I have one?
Smith, yes.
Ugh, probably a war or gang.
No, it's just like to be honest, it just looks like a crest. But it was cute. It was again sentimental.
Nice.
What else? And then I did my dad a letter as well.
Love that.
Yeah.
You want to kind of like touch the heartstrings a little bit. That
Yeah.
they'll keep forever. And
My dad will love the fact that he can keep it in a box and show people, and it will come out at special occasions. And
he'll be proud of it, won't he?
yeah, oh, love my dad.
Love it.
Got to me then.
I think that's the end of the episode.
I know.
That went quick, didn't it?
I know. I just could go cry in a corner now.
It's the end of the episode now, Georgie. What do we want people to do? Subscribe on YouTube.
Like, subscribe, share, comment, follow.
I know we always say this, but it actually means that you are enjoying what we're doing, and
Yes.
it means that we can continue to do what we're doing
Yep.
and produce this content for you.
Yeah.
So if you do like it, please, please, please.
I also want to ask a question to the audience
Yeah.
to know that if we maybe dabbled in the idea of a live event,
You want to see us in person?
would you come? What would you want it to be? What would you want included?
I think just a big hen party. I want every dress code is white and veils. Literally,
Yes.
like it is a hen party.
Yeah. Okay. White and veils, and then
Maybe
Would
a
you want-
cheeky magic Mike dancer
Oh my
thrown
God.
in.
No, because that's what Sophie and Jamie do. We can't just copy their
Oh,
thing.
yeah, just, yeah.
We'll just have actual penises. Not us.
You got one anyway, haven't you?
No.
Anyway, okay, that's
Um,
exciting.
Yeah, so give us thoughts on whether people would want, like we did for our launch event for this.
Yep.
We did like cocktails and canapes-y vibe,
Mhm.
and then a sit-down Q&A. So that's what I would picture. But let us know. Let us know if you'd come and what you'd want to see.
Mm. Exciting.
But stay tuned. We will speak to you again next week. And oh my God, we've got. Am I allowed to say? We've got something very exciting next week, and I can't tell you, but you have to come.
We have got
No, you can't.
a guest.
You did. You told them.
We've got a guest.
Don't tell them who.
And
Don't tell them
they
anything.
are
Nothing.
Mega.
Mega. That's it. Goodbye.
If you want to know about entertainment, tune in next week.
You giving it away.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.